Nia Long, okay? For those of you guys that's been anywhere under a rock somewhere, it was brought to the public that Nia Long's fiance, who was I'll say was because I don't feel like he gonna get his job back, Mr. Ime Udoka, the head coach for the Boston Celtics, was caught out here doing some things, okay, messing around with some woman that they tried to say was like a staff member. And then it flipped from her being a staff member to being a travel agent or whatever, somebody that, was helping Nia relocate from one location to come out there to Boston. Then it was, oh, she was this important person's wife. And I'm just like, it's so many rumors. We still don't know who this lady is. He was caught out there, all right, cheating on this woman. They're saying that this man knew about this since this summer and didn't tell her until she touched down. And when she touched down, that's when he decided to let her know, hey, I've been creeping around. I've been sneaking and stuff. I've been doing all kind of things I shouldn't be doing. So, and that's why, actually the job is, in limbo at this time. There's about to be an investigation, or at least there had been an investigation since the summertime, but he just not letting her know because it's about to hit the public. And it's like, that's so fucked up. Like, how do you have this lady relocate her life and all of this stuff to come be there with you and you couldn't give her a heads up or nothing? Like, that's just really some shady to me. All right. So, all of that's been going on. Okay. And what's interesting is Matt Barnes, he did a live on last week or whenever it was, and he just pretty much talked about how, because at first he came out like he was advocating for Ime Udoka. Then he turned around and came back and said, "My bad, guys. I didn't get all the details. I didn't know everything." So he says, "I'm sorry about that. This situation is much, much deeper than any of us could imagine." So I'm like, if it's much, much deeper, it makes me think that he messed around with a woman that's higher up, okay, on the pole, because y'all, girl, that didn't even sound right. That sound like I'm talking about a strip. I ain't talking about no stripper, girl. I'm talking about higher up in the chain of command when it comes to NBA and stuff. Okay, so that didn't really make sense because now y'all trying to say, oh, she's just a travel person, and I'm like, well, then what's deep about that? Like, it's deep that he cheated on his fiance. That's a well-known actress, yeah. But then it's like, who did he really mess around with? Because here's the other thing: y'all protecting this girl. Y'all out here protecting the hell out of her. I still don't know what this lady name is. I still don't know what this lady look like, but y'all got him all on Front Street. This man that got suspended for a year. Then they're saying that the woman that he messed around with was also married. These are the things that people saying, and I'm just like, well, I mean, hell, she need to put out there on Front Street too. Like, what are we doing? Okay, if we gonna tell it, then we got to tell it all. So let's talk about all of it. Let's talk about all of it. But either way, it is what it is. Okay. Now, Miss Nia Long was caught out there. Somebody saw Miss Nia Long out there minding her damn business or whatever. And so they decided that they was gonna pull her to the side to try and, or at least not pull her to the side, but try to follow her to ask her questions about how she's feeling about the information since this came out and being put on Front Street. So this is what she had to say.
Hi Nia, how are you? How are you holding up?
I don't have any comment right now. I'm sorry.
There's nothing that you want to say. I mean, are you guys working things out? All right.
Now, I think that was rude as fuck. But it's just me. Okay. I feel like that was rude as hell because you see this woman walking with her younger son. Her other son, I believe, is like 20 something. I feel like he's over the age of 18 for sure. I don't know if he's like 18, 21, 20, 20 something. Like, I think he's in his 20s. So you could tell that that's not the older son. That's the younger son that she had with Ime Udoka. So why would you sit up there and ask this lady questions about how she feels or whatever when you see their child, walking alongside their mama? Now, granted, I already know that the daddy should have never did what he did, therefore putting the business out there. I get that. Okay, but that ain't that baby fault. If you want to talk to Nia, I don't think there's nothing wrong with questioning her and trying to see if she'll give you some type of sound bite or something. But you see that baby walking with him, like, girl, let's not and say we did. Like, you could have waited, you could have just filmed her. Then gonna ask her how she feel trying to go the extra mile. So I see why that lady did not say anything because clearly she got her child with her. But even if the baby wasn't with her, I don't really hear a lot about Nia's love life or anything for real unless she talks about it in the interview. So I doubt she would have given anything. I doubt she would have said anything to anybody, even if her son wasn't with her. You feel what I'm saying? But she did take to social media shortly after that, and she ended up putting up this statement saying a tip for mental health. Well, not really shortly after that, like the next day. She says a tip for mental health: learn to distinguish who deserves an explanation, who deserves one answer, and who deserves absolutely nothing. Ooh, that's right, Miss Nia. Okay, that's right. A tip for mental health. She ain't have to tell them nothing. So therefore, I don't think she would have had a conversation with them anyway. Period. So there's that. Okay. Yes, sometimes folks are so disrespectful and asking in front of her son. Like, that's so rude. Rude as hell. Read the room. Read the parking lot since you went in the room. Read the parking lot and see that that was not something you should ask this lady. I believe it was the wife of someone powerful, and he's being punished for sure. They suspended him so he can't get a new job in the meantime and won't be able to get paid. I don't think he'll be back for real. And you know what does suck about that? Is I do feel, I don't know who, I think what is the man that's always Stephen A. Smith? I think he was hollering about this. But it's like a lot of these people do be in the NBA, preferably white folks, I have to be honest. They be out here running amok, and when they get suspended, they still be getting paid. So why would y'all block this man and restrict this man from making a coin anywhere else? So now he got to sit out, not making no money, not bringing in nothing. I'm sure if he was doing right by his own coin, he probably got enough money to last him for a year. But I feel like that's a bit unfair. And then y'all over here shielding the woman, which also makes me think that the woman is a Caucasian woman, in my opinion, and y'all protecting her. So yeah, I mean, it definitely could have been a woman of, a higher stature with a man that's very powerful in the industry. And I think that sucks. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, girl, I guess. Didn't he get them all the way to the playoffs? I don't know. He probably did. I don't know. I ain't been watching basketball like I used to. He played with his job when he's sleeping with the wife of the person who can take your. Ooh, now see, that's so dear. Yes, you're right. You're right. That is definitely on him with that. Okay, especially you around here tiptoeing with somebody very powerful. They could snatch your position from up under you. Ooh, it's giving. That's what you get. Wow. Now he messed with two women, both the travel agent and the wife of one of the girls. Stop the man. Girl. Now he know he need that. Are you serious? He done mess with two of the ladies. Just a thotting and bopping out here on my girl, Miss Nia Long. Whew, I hate it. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. He retracted all his comments because once people found it was the VP wife. Oh, girl, not the VP wife. Nothing has been confirmed yet, though. And other things were coming out as the story gets bigger. So the story is definitely gonna be having some spider legs by the end of the year. Is what you're saying? Mm. She is a staff member. She's a staff member, but she is also the wife of the senior VP of the team. He called his ooh. Mm, mm, that's so messy. Girl, that is so messy. Good. But I don't know if y'all caught Nia kind of laugh or like she did this laugh when they asked her how she was feeling. Let me see.
Hi, Nia. How are you? How are you holding up?
I don't have any comment right now. I'm sorry.
There's nothing that you want to say. I mean, are you guys working things out?
It's the chuckle for me. Okay. When she said that, like her laughing makes me feel like he's she's getting in his shit at the house. That's what I took from that little chuckle. Like working things. I'm like, do you know who I am? I'm mother me along. Like, are you out your mind? And you know, embarrass me down to the entire world. Oh, okay. So that's what I got from it. But we're gonna see what's really gonna be true at a later time. Okay. But anyway,